While I'm finally doing it, I'm going to build out my Subaru, which I've been meaning to do for probably like 5 months since I bought the Subaru, but whatever. We're gonna start today.
The first good step in any plan is research. Unfortunately for me, there is no one-size-fits-all for car camping setups. I figured a good place to start would just be to trace the back part of my trunk and have that as kind of a cutout so that I would know what kind of measurements that I need. Eventually I settled on getting 4 2x4s and hoping that that would be enough material for all of my project. These smaller planks came from an old pallet that we had just lying around, and once I had the 2x4s cut to the right size, then it was starting to really come together and I could see how this could become kind of a very rudimentary bed frame. In the process of this, I honestly gained so much appreciation for everybody who builds their own vans, because seriously, how are you guys doing that? Like, I want to be like you for sure. Put me in that category, but I definitely have a lot to learn, because even this felt like it was going to be the end of me, to be honest. So if you are going to be doing this and you're building, make sure you're measuring 800 times and then finally actually doing it after that, and just be patient with yourself. Because seriously, it took longer than I thought, even with how simple it is. My specific vehicle is a Subaru Forester. It's a 2016. I believe the 2017 is probably around the same size, and honestly, probably most of the 4Runners are around the same size. My bed platform ended up being 2 feet wide. The front part and the back part differed a little bit, but we'll get into that in just a second. I did find that pre-drilling the holes helped a lot when putting the small pieces of wood on, because a lot of them were cracking. That could also just be because it was pallet wood and not like wood that I actually bought. All in a day's work. Okay, let's see how it fits. Fantastic. Okay, part 1 done. Now the second part is to figure out how we get that part to work. If you're lucky enough to have a vehicle that actually lays all the way flat, then you will have it much easier than I did.
Okay, so this one's gonna be a box, 24 by 24.
But there is actually a seam in between my front and back seat, which has a little downslope, and to make it all flat, I had to do some extra measuring and kind of configuring the legs a little bit differently, but in the end, we did get there.
Looks pretty good to me.
The final step to this project for me was actually putting this carpeted material on it, and honestly, you do not need to do this. It is not a requirement, but I feel like it brought the whole thing together and just kind of created this seamless look and made me feel like I was doing it just a little bit more right, and maybe it was hiding some of my mistakes. I might admit that, but only to you guys. Alright, this is the completion of the first step into the nomad life, or living on the road, or however you want to call it and whatever it's going to be. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but we've completed this bed. This is what it looks like with my mattress on it. I haven't got a chance to sleep in it because, as you will see in the next video, some things happened. I don't know if it's gonna... I'm pretty excited to get it tested out. I'll be using my new Jackery power station to power a heated blanket just in case I get cold in the middle of the night. Honestly, I'm really just proud of what this looks like because I did it all myself, which means that you can probably do it because I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!